Well, hello all. Welcome to another time with me. I am currently just come out of Okehampton, and as you can tell by my huge bag, I'm going for another wild camp. A bit later than I expected because I was hoping to get out again in spring, and it's now end of May. So yes, I've had a pretty nasty flare up of fibromyalgia, so I've literally been indoors until this week. So this is a bold aim, to be doing a wild camp when literally a week ago I could barely have a shower. But here I am, and I'm kind of laughing because just as you come out of Okehampton station and up here, it's a bit of a steep hill, and there's like loads of bushes, and I don't know what it was, but by one of the gates I had an asthma attack and I felt like I was actually swallowing the meadow, and my hay fever basically kicked off, and I sat down and I basically got out my Beckonade, my asthma inhaler, all my tissues, and I've recovered now. I think I'm dosed up to the eyeballs on what I can have. So I'm now back on track. I'm heading, it's probably easier to tell you on the map, isn't it? I'll show you on the map a bit later, but I'm heading into the moors anyway, and my purpose for today is to keep on walking until I've had enough, and then have a sleep, and then walk back again tomorrow morning. So simple, really. That's the plan anyways. I'll show you the map when I next sit down, which probably won't be that long because I'm tired already. But yes, we'll chat again later. So I have sat down on a bench, and a beautiful view over Okehampton. So I thought I would just quickly show you where I am on a map and what the plan of action is, because I said I would walk as long as I was able, but obviously I have got a little bit of a plan, so I will show you what I'm doing. So I have wrestled with my OS map into my map case. Any of you who have wrestled one of those will know the pain of that. But I started off obviously at the station. I have walked over the A road. I took this path here and walked up here, and I am sat on a bench about here. My plan is to walk all the way up this road, hopefully walk along here, and then keep on walking and decide whether to go up to Forte or West Mill Tor. Potentially could go anywhere around there, but it depends on what my energy levels are like. I've obviously never been this way before. I don't know how close you can get to the Okehampton camp, but I've not seen any private signs yet, so I am just going to keep following this, and if I get to here I can always cut up here and back again, but I'm hoping I can just walk all the way around. It's really hot today. Well, it's not that hot, but the sun's really strong, so I feel like back down to base layers, and yeah, I think what I'm trying to say is road walking in heat is not fun, but I think it would be the quickest way there, so that's the plan of action. I'll let you know if anything changes. Right, speak soon. I know that I'm in the road path. It's lovely. Between Forte and I want to say West Mill Tor, it could be East Mill Tor, that thing. That is where I'm, or the wind, that is where I'm heading. The thing that concerns me is that it looks like it's quite, you know, it looks like it's quite close, but actually, you know, there are false summits, and I have a feeling when I get to the top of that, I'll have to get to the top of something else. So I'm not hedging my bets that that's the top, but you know, and the wind's picking up, so I hope the audio is okay. But yeah, this is amazing. What a glorious day for camp. Yeah, so that is definitely Rail Tor. That is definitely Rail Tor. I wasn't sure. I didn't think it was high enough, but I'm realising my map reading skills need a little improvement. It's just I'm not used to this kind of terrain, and I'd say that it's actually really quite good to practice your navigational skills here, because you've got these lovely tracks which are obviously quite easy to follow even in fog, and then you've got other tracks that kind of go off as well, so if you want to do something a bit rogue, and also you've got so many land features, so obviously great big giant mounds of rock, but also like I'm following this brook here, so that's another feature that I can follow. There's boundary stones, there's a lot of archaeological sites, so I feel like it's a lot easier to navigate here, she says, only on her second time, but it does look like there's just a lot more features to kind of pinpoint where you are. So yeah, whereas like I find if I'm navigating through mountain areas, it's obviously very rocky, and it's like just going, oh, there's a pile of rock, another pile of rock. There's nothing really that distinguishes piles of rocks, whereas here you've got a lot to there's a technical term for it, but you get what I'm saying. Me liketh Dartmoor. I think it's a nice place to stretch your skills a bit. What's been nice is while I've been chatting to you, I've been distracted by this incline. Yeah, good. Alright, wishing on it off. Speak soon. Hi all. I think I look a little bit red in the face, or at least I feel it. I'm sat down now because I haven't had anything to eat since 8 o'clock this morning, and I've only had Rice Krispies. It wasn't like they were anything substantial, so I'm going to try and have something to eat. Now if the audio is awful, I do apologise. The wind's picked up a bit because I'm kind of starting to really head up. That doesn't look very appetising, does it? Oh, I'll have to give it some time, but yeah, it's a pasta. 280 calories ish, so I thought that was quite good value in terms of weight versus calories, so hopefully it improves. I am just about to head off. My cup of pasta was alright in the end. You got a few crunchy bits, but I'm not surprised. I realised that with this enamel cup it loses heat quite quickly, which is good for not burning yourself, but less good when you need things to soak, you know, as in to rehydrate. So live and learn from that one. But yeah, I'd have that again. Slightly less water maybe the next time, but it did thicken up a bit. But yeah, anyway, that's that done. Next job is to kind of walk over the brow of that hill. So walk up there, find out how to get up there, because I'm pretty sure that's not it. I'm pretty sure there's more the other side. And then I think it's about 10 to 7. So then I've got a good hour to kind of think about where I want to set up. There might be some other people joining us, so I guess they'll probably be joining at some point. Try and make sure I'm not disturbing anyone. But yeah, that's the plan. Get off this backside and crack on. I feel a bit more refueled now that I've actually had something to eat. As you can see, I've got an earpiece in. I've resorted to music to get me up these hills. I'm making good progress though, because there's Tor and I've passed the ford. So that's the ford over there, Tor, and this is where like they have the rail tracks, I think, for the artillery, whatever, shooting, I think. Well, that's what I'm gonna say it is anyway. I'm sure I saw something like that on the map. But yeah, I think having that food has perked me up, and it's only just coming up to 7. So I reckon by 8 I should be where I would hope I can see cows. I hope they don't trample me in the night. Right, back to my music. Get me up this. Right, bye. GoPro, stop recording. I'll be whenever you feel like it. I won't sing. I don't think you could hear it anyway through my earbuds. I've only got one in because I like to have at least one ear focus on what's going on around me. Now, I know I have to get past this, so I don't think the path is here. I think it's quite a bit further around, so I'm gonna go by the map. If the map says it's further I am going. I don't really want to be traipsing over there, mainly because there's ground nesting birds this time of year, so I want to be kind to them and to my own sanity, because I don't think being rogueness is, I'm not ready for that. Path. I have found the path that led along here, and then I've come up here and it will lead all the way up to West Mill Tor. I have seen a few people posing at the top, so I'm expecting to meet some people, so I better get my sociable pants on. I have made it, at least I've made it to the tour officially this time, so that's cool. Now I just need to find somewhere that's a good spot, and as you can see around here I'm not going to be camping around that lot, no. So yes, time to have a wander, I think. So right now I'm just trying to find a sheltered spot. I kind of found one around the corner here, and it's got a really nice view of the sunset, and obviously you've got West Tor in the distance, so I didn't realise I was going to get that close to it. It really is just across the way. But yes, camp spot time. I think I have found by spot. I have walked all the way around the Tor. I don't think I recorded much of it. It's quite big, but there weren't many spots that I could go, oh, that's flat. And what was flat was really in the wind. So it is a bit breezy here, but I feel like we've sunk down a bit. I've got these rocks here and this little rock here. Obviously it's not very good, but it is low, and I think my tent, if it's here, that'll be fine. I've got a fantastic view there of all the moors into the moors there, and then I've got the sunset. So I feel like this is the spot. I'm not sure if I'm going to climb up on those rocks because I don't want to be falling and cracking my head open, so don't expect any bouldering or amazing photos. It ain't gonna happen, not yet anyway. Right, yeah, found it. So as you can see, if you can hear me, I've got my footprint down, and I decided that basically I was getting quite tired, and so even though it's quite early, I thought I'm gonna just end up sitting down, not wanting to get up. So I thought, well, let's get my tent up. It's really quiet here now that there's no wind. So eerie. And then it suddenly perks up. Anyway, she's up. I think it's time to venture in to the beauty that is my pocket palace. I'm gonna get my sleeping mat in. It's absolutely behoosive. I don't know if you remember, but my last mat was like a short 120 centimeters long, and I was surfing around the tent in it, and so I decided to commandeer a cheap one off eBay. No wonder it was 20 quid. It's humongous. It's probably the same size as my sleeping bag. It weighs 1 kilo. Am I going to be using this a lot? I really hope not, but let's just say I tried it at home and it just about fits in, so there's going to be no surfing around my tent tonight. But it is ridiculous. I don't need a long extra wide or long wide pad, do I? I'm 4'9". Oh well, 20 quid, that's all I could afford. So yes, that's what I'm saying about that. So after way too much time, I have managed to get my sleeping mat in the tent. It just about fits, but it took me a while to find the right flexi tail connection point. It's starting to frustrate me, so I'm glad that's done. But I've got the hard bit done, so I'm gonna love and leave my tent for a bit because I don't want to be wasting that. It's so peaceful when it's not windy. Yeah, sometimes you just have to let it go and do it later, don't you? Live in the moment. But yes, I'm fading like the sun. Right, so I found a spot. I'm going to just sit here on my mat, watch the sun go down and chill out. I stupidly left my hot chocolate at home, but I got my squash, so I can't grumble. Right, time to leave you all in peace to enjoy this beautiful moment. So whilst the camera was recording the sunset, I've made up my curry and I've got some like flatbreads, so I'm hoping they will go okay. It's been 10 minutes, so I think it's time to see how they fare up. I'm about to tuck in to my curry and my flatbread. We'll see how this tastes. It's not very spicy, but it's got a lot of flavour. The chicken could have done with being maybe a little bit more soaked in. But I've heard you can get those little pockets for those meals that are insulation pockets, and so it keeps the heat in for longer, so it means that when you're leaving your meals to soak, they actually rehydrate a lot quicker, and they're very light. I think Ultralight Outdoors, is it Ultralight Outdoors, do them, so I may well think about getting one of those. I am just kind of settling down for bed. I'm all kind of ready. I've got my layers on and I've kind of had a bit of a tidy up. I've had obviously my food. I can't remember if I told you it's 11:30. Well, I'm telling you again anyway. And yep, I think I'm ready to hit the sack and yeah, charge up batteries overnight. Hopefully nothing will happen overnight. I'm certainly not going to be surfing around with this lot. That's a nice thing about a huge mat. I can't really move much in here. One thing I'm really gutted about is that I did a really nice time lapse of the sunset and it's not come out. GoPro, you naughty. Yeah, naughty GoPro. So yeah, not impressed with that. So hopefully I'll get a sunrise, but given that's like in 5 hours time, I just hope I wake up before like dog walkers come. Yeah, right. No night all. See you in the morning. Well, good morning all. I hope you can see me. It's kind of getting light. It's coming up to 5 o'clock. Sunrise is at 5:15. I actually was woken up at about 4 AM. It was about 3:55 and it was getting light then, and I was like, I want to get a really nice sunrise, like time lapse, and obviously it's quite nice to get one as it's getting light. Stuff that for a giggle. Not at this hour. So I'm hoping to get the actual sunrise, but you're not going to get the full experience. But on the good news is I googled like stuffy nose and puffy face, whatever, and coughing in the night. I googled that just before I fell asleep and discovered that allergies are one of the main reasons why that happens. So I was like, oh, maybe it's just a humidity thing that happens to everybody. And so I took my Beckinase again and took my Loratadine. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to take 2 antihistamines because I take Fexfenity in the evening, but it sorts my chest out, but it doesn't sort out my sinuses. And yeah, do you know what? I feel so much better. I mean, obviously I'm a bit croaky, but honestly, I mean, if you saw my last video, like I had really puffy cheeks, and I probably have a bit of puffy cheeks, and a really like blocked nose, and I don't have that. So top tip, it seems to be that allergies cause a lot of stuffy nose. And I've had a lot more comfortable night because of it. I am going to get this camera rolling. I will probably next speak to you, hopefully with the sunrise, given that I missed the sunset. And
yeah, hopefully stuff packed away. I'm feeling quite up for this, you know. Normally in the mornings I'm like, but I think maybe the inspiration to get home is quite strong. Right then, over and out. Before I pack up, I thought I would show you a little ingenious idea. Because my rucksack is outside there and I get quite thirsty in the night, I've kind of poked my hydration tube through because I've been wanting to save the bottled water for porridge and stuff. It's a really good idea, so that's another top tip if you've got a hydration bladder. So yeah, why don't you peek out with me to see whether it is actually worth doing a sunrise, because if it's really cloudy, I mean, is there any point? And that's my answer to that, maybe. Oh no, that's beautiful. Right, get my bumming gear. So I'm all packed up. It's really windy, but I'll just show you. There's no trace whatsoever. You wouldn't even know I'd been there. So I've deployed the walking poles because I think my back will appreciate it. And yeah, my plan, I don't think I went through the plan, but essentially I'm going towards the West Tor and heading down that way, as opposed to going back the way I came over that way and down, if you heard any of that. So we're heading down there to the valley and we're picking up a path there. I'm hoping that'll be a bit easier. So yeah, that's the plan. Right, goodbye, thank you very much camping spot, that was lovely. It is a nice fresh morning. Right, goodbye West Mill Tor. Well, that was hilarious, if you can hear me. And there's a load of cows that I've just had to pass. I wasn't going to film as I did it. You can probably only just about make out them over the brow of the hill, but there was about 30 of them, mother and calves, in the middle of the road, well, track. And I was like, oh my word. And you couldn't go either side really, because it's really marshy over there. So I was like trying to go to the side to give them a bit of space, and I'm just like always sinking. I had like my first bog experience, so I just had to be a bit confident. And I think because I've done farming, I kind of knew at what stage I could kind of shoo them out of the way, and at what point I would have just scattered them and made them anxious. Because I think that's the point with cows. It's not that you need to avoid like going near them, it's just understanding their behaviour. And yeah, you see, look, there's more. But I think this will be alright, because although they're young, if I go round to the side and I use my walking poles to make myself as big as possible, and that's quite a good idea. Not like, you know, about to whack them or anything, that would be a bit harsh, but it just makes you look bigger. And I'm only a wee little lass, so, and I think because I've worked with cows, I'm not really afraid of them. I mean, the likelihood that they're going to charge at me is quite small. And you can see now, they can see me come in and they're all heading up that way. So as long as I'm encouraging them to do the same, and I'm not encouraging them to come towards me, we'll be all right. Because they're going to want to go to the rest of the herd, which is going that way, not where I'm walking from. Anyway, I'm sure we really want a micro analysis of cows, but I'm going to turn off just so I've got a bit of concentration, because I don't really want to film and try and do this. But if you don't see me ever again, I love cows even if they kill me. Alright then, on that lovely note, cheerio. I'm currently sat down because I've reached like one of the tracks that's a bit more established, and it leads down to where I walked off up this way in between Tor and West Mill Tor. I don't know if you can make out the track, there's a car coming down. That is a much more established tarmac track. The way that I came down, you can make out the track here. However, my word, it was a bit undulating, and there was the cows. Just as a recommendation, probably heading back down there would be kinder on the feet. I've needed a rest now. I've no idea what time it is. I'm not going to make the 8:25 train, that's for sure. Yeah, it's 7:30. That's not too bad. It's a bit, wasn't expecting it to be that early. Well, anyway, so I've got 2 hours before the next train at about 9:25, so I should make that okay. But if you can't hear me, I do apologise, because it's got brisk. It's a brisk morning. But I've had a really nice morning. Woke up really early because of the sun. I'm so proud of myself as well, because I actually ate breakfast. I rarely manage to eat breakfast, but I had a porridge and some jam, which was really nice. One of those kind of ready ones where you just pour the water in. So I was quite happy with that. Bit bulky though, you wouldn't want to do it on a long distance trail because it'd be too bulky, but perfect for an overnighter. I've just been walking down this track, which is nice. I've put the poles away. So I'm back to where I was yesterday when I took that road up there. So that's West Mill Tor, Tor, Yes Tor. So I've done a nice loop round in the last day. So that's been nice. I'm about to kind of walk around past the Okehampton camp again, so I just won't do filming around there. I don't think that's a wise idea, so I'll leave you in peace for a bit, and I'm just gonna follow this track round like I did yesterday, all the way back to that nice bench I sat down, and I might reassess timings and what train I'm likely to better get. Just looking forward to a nice stroll back. Oh, I can't wait to come back here again. Now that I know all the tours are quite close together and quite easy to get to. Yeah. And goodbye, Dartmoor. Goodbye, my lovely hills. Oh, there's a car coming. Oh, here we go. I don't like filming when cars are coming. I hope you just didn't see all my leg. Oh well. Goodbye, bench. So yesterday I came up from here. I thought it'd be a less steep route up to head up to this road, this track. But today I'm going to go down this way. If you can see on my OS map, I'm going to take the left-hand turn, and then it kind of swings to the right and over the bridge down there somewhere. So I don't know if I'll catch the bit that gave me really bad hay fever. We'll have to find out. Hi all, so I think this might be a good opportunity to say goodbye to you all. Thank you so much for joining me. I didn't really have time to go through the change of kit that I used. I slept very well because I had a long mat, but I will show you when I get home the comparison, because I think that's probably a lot easier to show what I did have and what I changed and what I do have. So I'll do a short video on that.
back home. I don't know why I didn't come up this way last night, because it's a lot shorter, but it is a lot steeper, so maybe it was a wise thing. But you can probably hear the road now. Time to get to the train station, and I will say goodbye and see you next time.